they're thinking they will hear their inheritance to see if they were rewarded anything in the will. Won't they be surprised? The sole heir to the inheritance of Frederick Earl Anderson Rochester. My client anticipated an untimely demise and prepared a recording to be played when the four of you were gathered. Let's listen to his last words.
Hello. If you are listening to this recording, it means that I am dead. My representation has gathered you together, and you are about to hear which of you will receive all my fortune. Oh, stop crying, Lilith. Must you overact in life as well? As I was saying, before my immense wealth and power is awarded, there is one small matter which we must resolve. One of you four sitting here tonight murdered me. So we are going to play a game.
Oh, I like games.
Tonight, we will reveal my killer. Each of you will plead your cases, and then this assembled jury will decide who killed me. Was it Lilith? Manson? Baby? Or my brother Buzz? Who?
You are the assembled jury. You hold the fate of one of these people in your hands. Are you ready to play? Then let's begin. As Kipling says, the female of the species is more deadly than the male. So, let's start with you. Mrs. Rochester, you requested to have this funeral at night.
I'm not a morning person.
You were married to my client for
13 years.
Now, Frederick Earl Anderson Rochester. My client was not your only husband, was he?
No,
You'd been married before.
repeatedly.
How many husbands have you had?
Mine or other women's.
What happened to your last husband?
He disappeared.
Disappeared.
Well, that was his job. He was an illusionist.
But
good at his job.
And the others, what happened to them?
Well, all right. You see, all men are alike. Stupid. Do you know how to save a drowning man? Take your boot off the back of his neck. He had it coming. He had it coming. He had it coming all along. I didn't do it. But if I did it, how could you tell me that I was wrong? I loved Alvin Lipschitz more than I could possibly say. He was a real artistic guy, sensitive, a painter, but he was troubled. He was always trying to find himself. So he would go out every night looking, and along the way he found Ginger, Lisa, Clara, and Tony. I guess you could say we split up due to artistic differences. He saw himself alive. I saw him dead. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. I met my second husband, Ezekiel, in Salt Lake City. He told me he was single and rich, so we hit it off right away. So we got married. He'd go to work, he'd come home, I'd mix him a drink, we'd have dinner. It was like heaven, with an open charge account. And then I found out single, he told me. Single! Ha! Not only was he married, he had 6 wives. One of those Mormons. So he comes home from work, I mix him his drink as usual, and you know what? Some men just cannot hold their arsenic. He had it coming. He had it coming. He took a flower in its pride, and then he used it, and he abused it. If it was murder, it's not a crime. He had it coming. He had it coming. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. I bet you would have done the same.
You lower men to their deaths like a spider with flies.
Flies are where they're most vulnerable. She did it! She killed Daddy! Oh, Daddy Schmack, what are you doing in my house? I know! No, you're not on the guest list!
Not so fast! Yes, she has strong motive. But so do the rest of you. Let's continue, shall we? On to the sun. Manson, you were my client's only child. You tried to start your own band called Meat. And when that went rotten, you developed an interesting relationship with your stepmother.
He loves me.
I love her.
And what did your father think about that?
When I was 3 years old, my father said to me, "Get out." Before that, he said, "Manson, don't trust women. They'll only rip out your heart with a spoon and throw it on the floor, and then stomp on it with 100 pairs of uncomfortable shoes, and then stick it in a blender and suck it out through a straw like one great, big, sick, sexual smoothie."
Oh, stop your sniffling. Straighten up and sit down.
Stop telling me what to do.
Gasp!
And I don't want ya, and I don't need ya.
father trapped in an all too revolting affair with his stepmother? Did he kill his own father out of passion for that creature? Certainly suspect. So let's move on to our next suspect, the lovely Buffy.
Oh, baby!
Whatever.
She did it!
I did not. I loved Daddy.
Wait, are you saying he was your father?
No, just my daddy.
That's just disgusting. If that's not the pot calling the kettle burnt.
There's a good word for you, though.
Oh, well, there are several for you.
Several.
Oh,
Really? Why don't we discuss them right over here, baby? I'm so fascinated.
Hey, ladies, look! You are both pretty, okay?
Thank you.
Kind of.
he was everything to me. He was backing my upcoming album and a tour. But then he changed. And I was still locked in my contract. I was caught in a trap and I had no way out. But I would never hurt him!
And now that he's gone, who will I turn to?
Holy sweet child of mine.
Was our baby growing up and realizing her money train was moving out of the station? Was she an orphan looking for a new daddy? Could that be why she killed my client?
I did not murder anybody. Thank you so much for coming.
Perhaps. Well, with 3 suspects down and 1 to go, we turn our attention to dear Uncle Dallas, my client's brother and ex-business partner.
Hey! Hold it right there, Mr. Hotel California. There was never any proof of that. Look, I left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. So, Mr. Fancy Pants, why don't you go ahead and back off? Back off, because if you start me up, woo! If you start me up, I'm just not going to stop. So why don't you go ahead and jump? Woo, jump!
That's when my client decided to pull out and leave him without his financial backing. Like a calendar, he realized his days were numbered. Certainly a motive for murder.
Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the others?
You don't need any help from me.
That's right! Hey, look! I'm not a killer. I'm just trying to have a little fun. Hit it!
for the ladies, especially baby. Is that what caused you to kill your brother? For whom the bell tolls. And so we come to the moment of accusation. All these people are guilty of crimes, but only one is responsible for my client's demise. I place his or her fate in the hands of the assembled jury. It is time to decide who murdered Frederick Earl Anderson Rochester. You have heard their case, and they have sung their motives. Lilith, the not-so-loving wife of Frederick, with a long list of failed marriages before her. Manson, the only child, sensitive and paraded by his overpowering stepmother, who he may have been in love with. We've seen his dark side. Baby, the opportunist with a heart of ice. Like the great Remora, all she needs is a bigger fish to suck upon. And Uncle Buzz. Uncle Buzz, my client's brother and business partner, who had everything to gain from his brother's demise. This is where the game gets good. By the sound of your applause, you, the assembled jury, shall decide who, in fact, murdered Frederick Earl Anderson Rochester! So, I ask you, was it Uncle Buzz? Was it Manson? Was it Lilith? Was it baby? The assembled jury has spoken. Baby! Tell us why you did it!
I wanted to be free. I needed out of my contract, and this was the only way. Nobody puts baby in a corner. I sure enough to kiss now. You've done some bad things, but I'm gonna still tell you. Sometimes I wonder which one will be your last alive. They said looks can kill, and I might try. I don't trust for men. I don't trust for men. Yeah,
the service of Frederick Earl Anderson Rochester. A reception will promptly follow at the farmhouse kitchen or Frontier Town eatery of your choice. Please exit towards the back of the theater and be sure to check out the other live entertainment